YouTube? What the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back in Total War Attila, where we're going to continue the legendary West Rome campaign. The legendary, yeah, I've done this before, so we're gonna stop that. But what are you all thinking? You liking this so far? I'm actually really enjoying this playthrough. I'm having a whole lot of fun with it. Army, where's that army from? They have a rebellion here or something? Like, where'd this little group come from? I don't like that. Keep an eye on them. Yeah, I definitely think it's time to end the turn. Let's just kind of see what happens. We're going to have to, again, kind of test, see what this new tax rate does to help slow down the immigration issues. We can go ahead and boost public order a little bit with this governor by going there. See if there's anything in here that helps public order. Public order +5 in local province. That's huge. Construction, military developments, construction costs, public order up to +3 from Greek Christianity. We don't have that. Greek Christian army, so that's not going to do any good. Why would we have Greek Christianity as the West Roman? That's kind of weird. I mean, this doesn't even make sense. Let's do this one where we get a little bit of extra military development. So, governor down here in Carthago as well. So again, we can go down the public order chain as quick as we can. Civil developments, fatigue rate, wealth from immigration. Didn't know you got wealth from immigration. Tax rate, and that's probably going to be the best, but this also gives us personal influence too if we adopted this guy, which we did. And that builds up influence. I don't know, let's just go with this one here. Campaign spotting chance. Attack for the commander's unit, I guess, is going to be about the only thing we can do with that. Alright, should be good to end the turn. It's going to save it for us. How are y'all doing today? Y'all having a good day? I'm having fun. I'm having fun playing some Total War Attila. The Caledonians are landing very far away from the Iberian shores. They apparently learned that lesson. If they land there, then Appius and Sextus are going to beat the crap out of them.
Can you not attack these folk? Your bravery in this would surely be worthy of
not right
a
now,
song.
but maybe soon, yes. I think Swabians are pretty darn happy with me, so I don't think there's anything to worry about there. Boy, if they betrayed me all of a sudden, that'd be crazy. Just see what we get here through this turn end. No attacks against me from the Huns, which of course is great. Don't need any attacks from the Huns right now. So the Marcomanns have declared war on the Swabians, and I'm obviously going to enter the war on the side of my ally. Though the aggressors, the Marcomanns declared war on the Swabians. What are these guys thinking? They got a death wish, man. So I'm going to enter the war on the side of my ally, of course. So the Marcomanns gave me 2,000 gold talents and then declared war on my ally. So clearly that's not going to go over well for them. I wish the Swabians would fight some of these small factions like the Gepids and the others that are just roaming around past their settlements. The Maurians are bringing another army back up after having gotten previously killed by Celts. But they did a good job sacrificing themselves.
Reply then with the strength that welcomes peace.
So we can't get a lot of money off these guys, but we'll take some off of them. We'll take 700 off of them. The Roxolanians look like they might leave my lands, so that's good. I'll stay at peace with them for now, rather than, you know, ruining a little bit of my reputation by quickly redeclaring war on them. That's a faction leader for one of those factions. I could kill him with my navy. And I'm highly considering it for sure. Okay, so obviously we're making a ton of money because of the tax rate going up. It's all 90% here still from the immigration percent. The trick is going to be just making sure that we try to stave off bad public order as much as possible, which we probably can. And if we can keep the taxes up high to drive down the immigration, make more money, and have stable public order, that would be a pretty big victory for us. We could do so by sacrificing just a little bit of income, like with these theaters. Honestly, I mean, we could just eat up a little more food here and stabilize by building. That's only 20 more food to upgrade both these. And that'll stabilize public order a little bit there. Let's just keep looking at the places that are having negative public order because of the new tax rate we enacted. With the 3 growth, 4 we could unlock a religious building in this province as well. So that would really help drive public order well for us here. Public order is in the positive enough that we could switch this over actually. So this is only +9. If we tear this down, we could build a different building there that would be more effective. So let's work on that. I was wondering what that noise was outside. It's storming. That's kind of cool. So, okay, where Magna Graecia is having some trouble for sure. We're about to have the governor's estate and all this done. Ooh, that's going to... Ooh, we don't have enough food to support that, actually. We're about to have a food shortage in Magna Graecia. So we can get a little bit of extra food from these. We're about to have a fishing jetty. That'll give us an extra 50, so that'll help. And then if we upgrade the sheep pens, that'll help. And then if we put the religious building here, the consecrated ground, that ought to help keep public order there good. So we spent most of our money there. Public order is on the rise in these provinces. Here it's still dropping, but I think we've enacted the right set of buildings to stabilize it. And we'll just kind of wait and see what happens to food here, because we'll get more food from that. We have another fishing jetty we can get food from pretty effectively too. So let's just kind of wait and see what happens there. And Argentoratum up here, yeah, so they're interesting spot. So we could, yeah, we got this garrison encampment, so this is going to give us, yeah, a bunch more defenders. And then if we upgrade the settlement, I wonder if that would work too. And I don't care if we're at minus food in this particular place, because it doesn't matter. I mean, we could build a farm here. We might even be able to stabilize public order if we go down this one. I don't know if we can stabilize it enough. I'm trying to think if there's anything else here that would be worth building. Fountain gives public order but eats up more food. I don't know, we could probably just build a field here and make a little money. We'll keep Argentoratum fortified, but I mean, it looks like we can actually maintain the higher tax rate right now, which, again, the benefits of that, helping to support more armies, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. We got 2 more guys to train here, and then we'll go pick up our cavalry. This army could actually potentially lash out at the Marcomanns, but I need to scout ahead.
How can I assist you?
So I am reducing corruption with this guy, which is great, but I'm kind of thinking about scouting ahead in the Marcomanns. And so see, like right now, they don't have any stacks there. So if
Commander?
I can reach their city here and probably raise it, and then that'll push them back to their last settlement, potentially devastating them. But this is a walled settlement, so we would have to kind of go through a prolonged siege, and we could potentially get hit by other enemies while we're up there, so there's a little bit of risk in that. Might want to scout a little further ahead on the next turn just to kind of see if we have other enemies. But if we sent 2 armies up, like this army, to support, that would work as well. So I might go ahead and come stage these guys up here, and we'll get ready to push the Marcomanns and try and knock them out of existence. So that army is completing. This army should be good, but public order is fairly unstable down here in Iberia. We've got this priest deployed and everything, and we're still struggling. But with this building coming up, we should be able to boost public order pretty substantially in the province. And I'm thinking if we just go ahead and put the amphitheater here, we get 15, so that'll give us an extra 8 public order from building the amphitheater. So think that'll be the right move. This priest, let's upgrade him. So Inspire Populace has already been upgraded. That's good. Research rate. Spread Religion's probably the next best one to do. Preach Doom. Inspire Troops won't hurt either. So there we go. Have a little bit of money left, but I think we can probably go ahead and end another turn. We got a ton of different characters. So I believe this is our... I think this is our faction leader here. Give him the extra public order and authority. Probably won't hurt. Let's see. So we got a spy who is leveled up. We've already done the investigate corruptions. This gives us more zeal, more cunning, extra cunning here. Assassinate a foreign character. There we go. That could come in handy. This veteran has leveled up. We've already taken care of his military training. Call to arms. Let's do that one next just in case we need it. And then we have a priest here. Spread Religion and Inspire Populace. Probably be one of the first upgrades we want to do with him. Okay. This army has all of its movements, so we can hunt down and finally destroy the last bit of Celts that were in Iberia. Just going to hit these guys with an aggressive stance and take them out real quick. Take on forces. I think we are going to be in pretty solid shape here. We can garrison these guys so now public order is stable there. It's already stable again at Pompileo, which is great. Now, what was it? Oh, I was going to build the marble building here because we were basically swapping it down at Carthage, and then now Carthage can have access to the Statue of the Divine, which will help the public order, which is much needed here. Immigrants are still -9. Let's see after a few turns if it starts to drop due to our higher tax rate. So we'll just kind of see what happens. We can withstand this for the few turns. Let's take a look at Sextus. His army is ready to push on through. The Swabians, though, they are all over. They are all over their enemies here. But we can march through Swabian lands because we have access and try and get up here to Britain, where we want to do his invasion. The Swabians. We need to knock out this Gallic faction here, though. But let's see what their legions are. Gaul has 2 provinces. They are allied to the Saxons, so yep, they're gonna die. So let's get Gaul wiped out. Let's go ahead and take these guys out of their fortified stance, and they just resettled this one down here is what they were trying to do, so I'm going to declare war on Gaul. I'm not going to call my allies to help.
None will escape.
And we should be able to just auto-resolve this, quickly wipe out the Gauls here. I don't get any money from sacking it, so I'm just going to go ahead and raise the settlement again. I don't need this settlement. It's just a one-off. It's not going to do me any good. So people were wondering why I was raising it. That's why I'm raising it. Like there's nothing there for me. It's just a buffer between me and my enemies. So nothing that I really need to be concerned with, at least. So Sextus can move towards the Gauls up here. They do have a pretty large army, but I believe Sextus can successfully siege here. They're going to have a numbers advantage. But, I mean, just Comitatensis spears and other stuff like that are going to be kind of junky. Like, I don't really think these guys have any type of advantage. We have heavy cavalry, Armageri. I'm going to continue the siege and basically let Sextus siege those guys out. A little bit of a public order problem here. It'd be nice to get a religious building up in this province as well. We're only at 2 growth, and we need 4 to open up the next one. Could upgrade the Colosseum if we have the food to support it, which we do. But we don't have the marble. We will, though, after a turn or so, because remember I switched the marble building, so we should be able to solve that situation too. These guys are going to finish this turn recruiting. I saw this faction leader down here out on the navy. I'm going to kind of just scoot up a little bit and see if they end the turn within range of my navy. And we'll see what we can do to them. for potential damage as well. So I do believe it is time to end another turn. The Empire Strikes Back has gained a level. Let's see, kind of integrity when in foreign territory. Public order in local province, construction, unit experience, replenishment and ammunition. Replenishment would certainly be helpful. We could pick up an extra 2 replenishment. Certainly doesn't hurt. Alright, there we go. Feel like we're getting into a decent position for revenge. We have more armies that have come up. We can raise even more armies at this point because we have plenty of money. And probably should just go ahead and raise more armies. I mean, be prepared. So what is happening here? The Alamans are being attacked by a small Marcoman. Or no, the Alamans are attacking a small Marcoman force and asking for my reinforcements. This would be Argentoratum, the reinforcements from there. So we will certainly support them. So I'll auto-resolve and go aggressive there. There we go. So help the Alamans wipe those guys out. Still wish that we could get a treaty with the Alamans because then that would really help us have a pretty secure northern border. And that would really help me against the Huns whenever they come in force. Having all those allies to help out would be huge. Speaking of the Huns, we kind of need to be prepared for that. Armageri, I mean, we could just recruit some good spear units whenever the Huns come. And then have, oh, the Quadians want a peace treaty now.
And talk for the good of their people.
Let's see. Let's consider the peace treaty. Should I give the Quadians a peace treaty? No, oh, wait a minute. No, it's the Quadians. Hex no, I'm not going to give them a peace treaty. Man, Heir just about forgot his grudge. No way. No peace for the Saxons, none for the Quadians either. No chance.
An offer of peace from us should not be spurned. Now, what say you?
Would I take a peace treaty? They're allied to the Macedonians. I wonder if we could ever kind of calm this whole region down for a while. Well, how much are you willing to pay me? Let's talk about it. Let's counter that offer. Well, you're not willing to pay me a whole lot here, apparently. Peace with Dacia. I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt anything. Let's go ahead and do it, and we'll take the money off of them too. Yeah, they probably took peace because they didn't want me to kill their faction leader right there. Now let's see what's happening. Okay, Gaul is going to sally out against Sextus, so Sextus gets to use his new army for the first time here. So this will be fun. Let's go ahead and fight this. Be a good way to end the episode. Getting Sextus some good combat time here. Yeah, we outmatched the enemy cavalry, and we also outmatched the enemy infantry pretty significantly. Our crossbows will be outranged by the Sagittari, but in terms of damage and stuff, the crossbows will be far more effective. Looks like the Gauls have picked some rather poor weather to fight in. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get into kind of some thin lines. Let's use my trying to think the best way to use my Gallic cavalry here. It's heavy cavalry, can do a ton of damage, but there's a lot of enemy spears. I don't want to get charged right down the center by enemy cavalry though, so some of you wonder why I spread out wide. I do it just to make sure the enemy can't outflank me here. Now I could probably noob box with, you know, units like this and be fairly safe. I want to replace the Palatina Guard with a Comez General as well. Let's go ahead and scoot up a little. want to try and get some crossbow fire exchanged with the enemy. They've got scout equites. The scout equites are quite likely to charge towards my crossbows, at which point I'll try and intercept them with the equites, my Gallic equites here. Just go ahead. The enemy's sighted. I don't see any other enemies on my flank yet, so I think they'll be coming in behind the main Gallic force. Okay, remember the Sagittarii do outrange me, but I think I'm in range of them. So I'm going to barrage the Sagittarii. Their scout equites are going for my Sagittarii at this point. Oh crap. Get back. Get into Testudo with my Armigeri so that we can protect ourselves from the cavalry charge. These units need to go into shield wall instead. Let's not do fire at will at the moment. Let's kind of pull these guys over here. Let's try and wipe out this first enemy stack as quick as we can. So I'm going to go out of the Testudo. Let's help fight against these cavalry. Let's get around here. Cortez. Oh, wow. Yep, they are all over my flank over here. Crap, man. Just got whacked, like bushwhacked by these scout equites. I'm going to lose these. Let's try and retreat with the Mauryan equites. Just, they're going to die. Jeez, they're probably not even going to be recoverable here either. But if we pile in, we can take these guys out. And let's get out of the mobile Testudo and start to outflank here. Okay, come on, let's get around here quickly. There's enemy reinforcements coming. Where's my Gallic equites? They're over here chasing off the routing troops. Let's get them back into combat. Let's get these spear units routed real quick. And let's do the same thing here. Let's get this blob routed. Let's just pull these equites away from those archers for a minute because there's too many reinforcing troops there to really kind of bum rush them. I'm going to use these Armigeri Defensores to kind of create a second line. We've managed to save our Mauryan equites. Let's just keep them safe. Kind of pull up right outside the archer range there. I'm going to take these guys off shield wall. I'm going to pile into this fight here. Actually, we don't need to pile into that fight. Let's get these units, these 3 units, and I'm going to kind of create like a secondary line here to kind of block off the second enemy army that's approaching. So shield wall, you all rear charge these guys. I'm about to get rear charged by these spears. Let's see if we can intercept them. We're not really going to be able to do it, but we'll be all right. Can't get into shield wall right now here either. Okay. Should be alright though. We've got our Ballistari. Let's pick a target of, well, gotta be careful with my targets. Let's try and get way over on the flank since we're not being contested in the cavalry position. Got my cavalry running way off over here. We need to pull them back. Okay, so Army of Sextus is definitely giving these guys some trouble. Let's just use our spears to push these archers back for now and then bring my cavalry in for rear charges. Just go ahead and get rid of the enemy. Let's get our Ballistari all the way over here too if we can. These Gallic equites got a long ways to go before they get back in the fight. Oh crap. Getting chased here with the Ballistari. We're gonna have to run away here. Let's use this spear unit to fix these guys. Let's take 2 of these. 2 of these, just kind of break up. Yeah, we got the archers pushed back. We can now get these archers. My infantry is just straight wrecking the infantry. Let's throw our general in here though and see if we can. We kind of want to try and make a break on these guys quicker. Just keep pushing bows back. Actually intercept the enemy general here. Let's bring this, I want to bring my Gallic Equites over and see if we can take these guys out. Crap! I lost a Ballistari when I wasn't paying attention. Got routed by this Legio. Let's just get away from these guys. Get the other archer. Should be able to crush this Palatina guard there. Let's just get in here and kind of help go support more of these fights. Should be able to get out there. Let's go ahead and attack the Comita Tense spears. Let's go ahead and try and wreck this Legio with the Ballistari. These archers are wrecking my Gallic Equites here, but the Gallic Equites managed to wreck the enemy general before they got killed. So we can go push those archers completely out. Go get these archers. Okay, we're just kind of holding over there. We need these Armageri to come over here and assist. So I would say that this army here for Sextus is going to be pretty successful. We need to get away from these spears, though. Just going to take these guys out. This cavalry is exhausted, so it's going to take them a long time. Gosh dang it, get my Ballistari away from these guys. They've been relentless in chasing my crossbows, and they've been successful in doing it because I can't micro enough. But I don't think we'll actually lose any of our units there. Okay, so my Gallic Equites just caught the Sagittari. They're going to wreck them, and then we can wreck the last unit. So I'm honestly not exactly sure how the enemy still has like units on the battlefield that aren't routing. They're so heavily outnumbered. I'm going to put these guys on skirmish for the sake of not getting caught again by this unit. Going to fire at will, but let them skirmish away as well. There we go. So the Legio unit's going to go down. So Sextus successfully defeats the Gallic forces. Wasn't the prettiest battle I've ever done, but it's about a 4-to-1 kill ratio, a little under 4-to-1 kill ratio. So although it was ugly, it was successful. Ballistari just don't, I mean, the AI just, like, anytime you have the missiles, it seems like the AI just bum rushes you and makes it really hard to use them without, and a lot of you guys like, why don't you just leave your missiles and fire at will? Because then I would be shooting my own men in the back, like, a lot, to the point where I would win the battle for my enemies, and you just don't want to do that. It's not the right way to handle it. You have to get them around to the flanks, but if you put them out front and you have a missile superiority like I did, the AI just bum rushes. That's their natural reaction. They don't want to sit back and get shot, so they just bum rush you. So it's good and bad. I mean, you need them for defense and all kinds of other stuff. So, I mean, certainly has its pluses and minuses. We did not lose any of the units for Sextus. And the enemy troops are ripe for destruction here at this point. Just let my game save. We'll be aggressive with these troops. Thinking about whether or not we should subjugate these guys if it gives me the option, because I don't want these lands up here. I can't subjugate them actually, so I'm gonna sack them. And then I'm gonna raise it. Yeah, so after sacking you can keep moving. It's after you raise something that you can't keep moving. Okay, so Sextus destroys the Gauls. Apparently the Gauls were not going to be subjugated. But, oh well, they're dead now, so kind of solves that problem. Let's see what other... We could give Sextus the ability to... How old is this guy? So he's 35. If we give him the minus corruption, could be good because we could eventually retire him to be a governor. Like, if once he finishes conquering Britannia, like let him retire and take over a governorship somewhere or something like that. I'm going to move up and kind of put pressure on these Saxon troops. We'll be able to retrain in these lands too, so we'll help the Swabians kind of push on the Saxons. They've got them sieged here, and like I said, we'll take these troops and just move all the way up to Britannia and take it back. Let's do a little bit of scouting here. The Marcomanns look very weak right here. I do not see other stacks around that are going to be able to assist against this, so what I'm going to do is move in for the kill on the Marcomanns. I do not have any siege equipment, so I can't just auto-resolve this, so we're going to have to build some siege towers for a turn. I'm going to continue the siege, and since there's no other enemy armies right here ready to just move through the mountain passes, now look at this. Now see, I don't trust these guys just sitting here in my lands. In fact, I'm going to watch what they do. If they try and move past me, I'm going to wipe them out. We need to move up here and get some cavalry.
You have further orders?
So yeah, let's get some Gallic cavalry. We'll bring this army up so that we're not leaving any one army alone to get overwhelmed by enemies. So should be good there. Argentorium, let's just put a wheat field in here and give them a little extra food. Not like a real big deal. Anyway, I have a lot of money left to spend, and we will spend it. I wonder, are we having any impact whatsoever on immigration? Not yet. But we're not really having any huge problems with public order at the moment. The few provinces where it's negative, it should soon be positive. Well, where it's dropping, we have positive. Well, it's all the way to -10 here because we're tearing this building down, but we'll try and correct that pretty quickly, so I need to remember to build that. Liguria, it's just because those armies are gone, and we can start to correct it by building up that building there, and we can actually upgrade. Food is pretty good. It'd be pretty tight on food actually if we upgrade that, because this takes up just a smidge of food too, so we probably ought to hold off on any more upgrades there until we can upgrade this wheat field to the highest level. Same thing with the sheep flocks. We can upgrade them and get slightly more food out of it. Not gonna be a lot, but you know, it's extra. Magna Graecia is actually, like I said, it's now food neutral. We've got the governor's estate that's about to finish, so I mean, we're definitely going to need over the next few turns to pick up a little bit of. This is going to do sanitation. Yeah, it won't be enough for everything though, so we got the fishing jetty about to finish too though, so we'll be good in Magna Graecia. Let's see, Narbonensis, the public order here is just bad. And there's nothing that's going to fix it. Unless we put an army down there, which I do have an army that we can march that way. Of course, this army's kind of needed down here where the public order is pretty bad too. It's -1 with the priest deployed. Goes up to -8, but we're about to pick up most of that right here in this one amphitheater. Oh, we do not have enough food in this province either, though, and we have this coming on, so we need. Let's grab a fishing jetty real quick. Probably wouldn't hurt to try and upgrade the wheat farm either. So this will cover the upgraded farm and the fishing jetty. It should, yeah, cover those. Plus, we'll go ahead and pick up the public order on that, and should be good. So eventually that'll turn around and we'll be fine there too. Let's take this army. Let's force march it up here to Narbo, because we're going to need the extra public order, whereas I think we can hold off for a little while down here. And I've got this army up here if we need it to. That can help stabilize public order in different places, so should be okay. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. I'll see you all in the next episode.